Welcome to Find You Fridays. It's me, Lorene. And we're here. We're off. We're running, hopefully. Hope you're all doing well today. Let's get some of this background stuff sorted. Yay. Cool. That's working. That's fantastic. Oh my God, it actually said Lorene correctly. Amazing. They spelled Lorene correctly. Amazing. So we need to jump over here. We need to do that and there. And we can go big, tall, and there we go. Lovely bajobbly. That's that one sorted. And then we open this one up. Clickety clack, clickety clack. There we go. Sorted there. Righty-ho. Okay. Hello. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Settling. Getting nice and comfy for another beautiful, amazing show. It's the first one of July. So that's exciting. Imagine that. We're in July already, second half of the financial year for those of us down under. New Zealand is the same. They are now in their next financial year too. So I hope the last financial year treated you well. Melinda, I did something fun yesterday. I started doing my Pilates thingy, but they had me doing a press up, and I think that, well, not just one, several press ups, but and I think I strained something because my shoulder is so sore, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't feel right. See, exercise is not always good for your health. The soreness in my tummy, like from doing crunches and stuff, yeah, that's fair. Like, I'm happy with that because I required some more core strength, but I'm not enjoying the tightness right here. It's not fun. I don't like that one. Anyway, that's enough about my gripes and grumbles for the day. Hi, Edwina. Yeah, I realized also something with the one that I chose. I think it was made for bodies that were about 20 years younger than me and maybe not so voluptuous. Simply because there was one move there where they had us kind of like doing a rolling motion, but that made the back of my hips feel so sore. It was like grinding against the floor or something, and I'm like, ow, ow, ow. I'm not enjoying this very much at all. I don't want to do this anymore. So I do have, fortunately, a few other DVDs to choose from. My favorite one I recalled got broken a couple of moves ago, which absolutely devastated me because it was one that came off of a cereal box back in, it would be about 18 years ago now. So there is absolutely no way I'm ever going to be able to get that back again. The one I had two, and it was my least favorite of the two that lasted the longest, but it got broken in one of the more recent moves. And I'm like, no. So gutted, but oh well. I will try with the other ones. I did find that I had randomly picked up a Tai Chi one, so I might have to give that a go. Maybe after the show tonight, so that I can just wind down my body, but boost up my what do you call it? My metabolism before I go to sleep, because that's something that I love to do. And times when I've taken even better care of my body, so bringing that back into my routine. I know it gets easier the more you do it, and blah blah blah, but yeah, no, I think that one that I was doing, that I tried last night, was just not quite right for my little old body these days. I also learned that my core strength is so poor, I really struggle to do a sit-up. So good to know. And press-ups, and not at this stage anyway. It might even not be the press-ups. It may have actually been, because they had us using these bands, and it may have been one of those ones that really hurt. There's something that's gone funky there. But oh well, it is what it is. Doesn't stop me from shuffling cards at all. So, in other exciting news, I have mentioned it. There is the meditation folder on my YouTube channel. It is up. Hi, Tamara. There we go. So I've got a short link there for you guys so that you can have it in the chat as well, so you can see it. Now, at the moment, every Monday and Wednesday at 6 a.m. Adelaide time, people on Facebook can find it in the show notes. It's up in there. You will see. Actually, I can put it here. Yay. Cool. I'll put it there for you guys so that you can see that as well. See less. Thank you. All right. So every Monday and Wednesday, 6 a.m. Adelaide time, there is a meditation that is released into that folder. It is listed as a podcast. It's in the podcast folders on YouTube. And I've now completely done the whole of July. I'm starting to work into August now. And I tell you what, I have to say, the places and spaces that we have gone on this show, so that I can then take these meditations and, release them separately as their own little entity. Wow. And thank you. Thank you so, so much, because without you being here, without your inspiration, without your questions, without you feeding your energy into this show, I wouldn't be able to create the dynamic or intuit channel, whatever this co-creation is, these meditations. Because when you're only working from your own energies, you can only create so much. It requires, what this little project requires is a co-creation with all of us. So sincerely, thank you all so very much. I am so, so grateful. And now we get to continue to gift that process and that magic forward through those meditations and through the people that may be able to just pick them up out of nowhere, and get their own little healings and stuff along the way, which is really, really, really cool. And I'm so grateful and so happy, because it just satisfies my, my spiritual heart. It satisfies my being of service heart. It satisfies some of my creativity as well, because, it does take a little bit to rejigger things around and edit them around. And and to get them to a point where I can release them out. Now, of course, with the meditations, you don't get to see my pretty little face. That's why you come to the show. The meditations, of course, you're going to have your eyes closed. So there's just an image that sort of lightly moves with the words, and that's it. And then you get to hear my voice, and I love that. I love that aspect, that it's not necessarily about seeing my face. Even if some people miss that, they can jump on the show and come and play here. That's just my interesting point of view today. Alrighty. How have you all been? Oh, and also that's really valuable stuff for you to know, because while I'm away in Canada, obviously I'm not going to be doing the show while I'm away in Canada. And I think I'll be missing either 2, maybe 3 shows. So I'll be doing the meditations on those days as well. I'll release extra ones for August for you. Okay, so you won't completely miss me on a Friday night. I will still be there, but you'll have to find me over on YouTube, rather than Facebook, for the not all of August, but most of August. Okay, so just giving you a heads up for what's happening. But we've still got a few weeks of July left to go yet. In fact, all of them. So let's make the most of it. Okay, how have you all been for this week? Now, I did notice that we are currently in a Mercury retrograde time. And with that, so that is running from the 29th of June through to July 23rd, or the 23rd of July, if we're talking normal ways. So I'm curious, have you guys noticed the slowdown? Have you noticed that your technology has been a little bit... I have, just a little bit. So I'm grateful for, in some ways, the slowdown. I'm grateful for that. It's been a lot of go, go, go. But the funny thing is that I've also noticed there's been still a lot of shaking up of energies too. And people are becoming more open in how they're speaking with each other, which is really lovely. Yeah. Christine said, yes, Sloan, I needed to slow down. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of, it almost feels like this Mercury retrograde is giving us a chance to take a bit of a breath. And I like that. I think that's important. Very important. All right. So to our American folks, it's not the 4th of July here yet either, but in advance, happy 4th of July. I don't know. You guys celebrate Independence Day and stuff as the independence from from England. But a little bit like a lot of other celebrations, it's come on the back of a lot of pain and suffering and war, and so therefore death. And for that reason, that's why I go, happy 4th of July. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about it? Those of you tuning in from America, how do you feel about the 4th of July? Do you think about the historicalness of it, or is it just like what a lot of people do here on national holidays and just go, oh yeah, it's a day off, it's a chance to get together with family and friends and have a party, and you know, I'm curious, how do you all do it? For me personally, I'm not overly interested in celebrating anything that is like that stuff. I feel really weird about it. So we're shuffling these cards for the reading for the collective for the 4th to the 10th of July. It's lovely Mercury retrograde. No funky moons. We're just still in the waning moon phase now. So that will be good. There we go. Oh, fascinating. Huh. Okay, cool. All right, so we've got the first card is moon cycles. And it says here, notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations and capitalize upon these cycles. Okay, so with this, it basically means take notice. And this is something that we were talking about last week. This is why I was like, because I think this is almost the same reading from last week. But take notice of how the moon affects you. Take notice of, now that we're past the full moon, check on it with yourself. See how you're feeling. Have a think. How was my energy on Monday? Was it up? Was it down? Did you have, did you feel flat? Did you feel energized? Did you feel sleepy? Just start taking notice. And for this the waning moon that we're in now, between the full moon and the new moon, take notice. How does your body feel? Now, for us women, it's a little bit trickier because we obviously have our menstrual cycle, which also plays a part in our energy levels and moods and all of that too. So, of course, we've got to take that into account. Sometimes you can get the perfect storm with the moon cycle and your menstrual cycle. But yeah, just have a look at that. Take notice of how your body responds to the moon, because here's something that you can predict moving forwards and fashion your time around that. Fashion your day in a way around that. So if, like me, on a full moon, you know that you're slowing down, you're not quite as speedy to what your normal is. For me, when I slow down to a full moon, I go to the same pace that other people are as their normal in my job. So it's kind of funny. But for me, that's like my slow. And so I know that I have to allow more time to get to like my first job of the day, or to get through jobs at home that would normally take me, say, less time, say a quarter of a time less or a third less time. It's going to take me that much longer. And I know that that's going to happen around a full moon. So I try not to cram too much in. New moons, however, it's like speedy. I get through things much, much quicker, and then I can pack a lot more into a very short space of time. And I know that about me. Sometimes it still surprises me if I haven't taken notice of when the next new or full moon is, but because of this show, I do tend to. So I'm grateful for that. All right, so moon cycles is back up into the cards again. Victory is the second card. So you see why I'm sort of going, these were ones that we had last week. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. Right? So it's about taking notice. So the first one, take notice of your environment. Your second one is about taking notice of how you're speaking about your dreams and desires. How you subconsciously or overtly with your words stifling a dream or a wish from coming into fruition? Or are you adding to that energy and making it heaps better and helping it to come in and to grow into your world? Take notice, because you can be victorious either way. You can victoriously fail, or you can victoriously succeed. So take notice. Where are you putting your energy? Are you putting your energy into making things feel good? Are you being impeccable with your word? Or are you being destructive with your words? Take notice. The last card that we've got for the collective is career transition, which is an interesting one to pop up. Your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. Now, of course, when we do collective readings, some of these things will apply to you, some of them will not. And it's okay if it doesn't apply to you. If it does if you've been thinking about, maybe I'm not so happy in the thing that I'm doing, my job or whatever, apparently this week is a very good week for starting to have a little look around. Figure out what your life purpose is and find out what's actually going to satisfy that. Again, getting into learning what your values are will really, really help with that. So if you've done the quiz of the values factor by Dr. John Demartini, that's a really, really, really good place to start. I've done it several times now, and some things have shifted a little bit. And if you read the book, The Values Factor by Dr. John Demartini, you will comprehend why knowing your values is so important. So just a first little book suggestion for the week. And you can see how that works in. So we all know that, or if you've been here a while, we know that last year I finally discovered what my life purpose was, and it's to create peace and ease in other people's world. And once I figured that out, it was like I could then see how that life purpose, even though I didn't consciously know it, had been weaving its way through my life since I was old enough to be a contribution to somebody else. And in fact, to some degree, there were certain people in my family that me just being born was a contribution to their life. And I'm not talking about my parents either. But yeah, so and then when we add the values, like my highest value in life is actually my energetics and spirituality. And then the next one I think was community, and then and or being of service. I think it was like that, something like that, and healing, and like those I think were like top two and three, something like that. I can't remember all of them now, but I do remember my top one was spirituality and my energetics. So then as we carry on down, money to me was a lot lower. And the reason why that's important to know where it sits in your values is because if you have in this world, it would be really lovely if we didn't have to have money. But unfortunately we do. And so for me, having the my money and finances being much lower, I think it was around 4 or 5 value, fourth or fifth value. I then had to, in my mind, link it back up to spirituality and energetics so that I could see the value in the money and gathering money so that I can have the life that I desire to have, that enables me to create peace and ease in other people's worlds, right? To link it in with the most recent, like, wow, and my values together. I can create more peace and ease in people's worlds if I have the finances to do so. It's not going to serve me and what I desire to do in the world if I'm sitting in a van somewhere, like, I don't know, with no money to contribute. I can't get to anything. I can't shower. I can't provide my services. So just to take it to that extreme level of no money, right? So that's why it's really important to know your values. And with that, you'll find out your life purpose. Potentially, it might unlock something. And then, bada bing, bada boom, your world becomes a hell of a lot clearer. And sometimes what happens, like when I figured out that the peace and ease little component there, I was like, well, duh. And suddenly almost every industry that I've ever worked in has that in it in some way, shape, or form. And I'm like, oh, now I get it. So funny. All right, so let us have a look at our yummy card for the week. Let's see what we get. We got kindness. See? Kindness. Kindness. Kindness is a beautiful thing. Everybody is going through something. So just be aware and be kind to yourself. First and foremost, before you even get up out of bed, be kind to you. Tell you that you love you. Just be nice to yourself. You know, this wonderful hair that I have, it's fantastic. It's beautiful. It's curly. It takes a bit of effort to get it to be like this, right? There are times, especially if I've gone to bed and I've washed my hair and it's got no product in it at all, like I did on Monday night, and I wake up and I've got this it's hilariously funny. I don't judge my hair. I celebrate my hair, even though it's absolutely crazy wacky. And I celebrate that. It's nothing to judge. It's fun. It's clearly my hair's had a party overnight. And so it's okay. And then I take a selfie and I send it to my best friend over in New Zealand. And she says, that's just absolutely made my morning. Thank you. And I'm like, yay. See, creating peace and ease. And I can do that through humor too. And that's so cool. So cool. All right. Just put a little pin in that one. Hi, Della. Hi, Della. Sorry about that. Yawning. Now, Tamara, I'm up to you, my dear. What is your question? How's your week been, Nella? And did you realize that we are in Mercury retrograde? How have you been finding that? How was the full moon for you? Oh, let's just ask you all the questions. As I said to you guys before, I love the fact that we have an intimate group. And with that, I can actually spend time with each of you as you're chatting to me. And I really love it when some of you guys chat to each other in the chat as well. That's really nice to see. So yeah, I get it. I feel so lucky, honestly. All right. Now who wishes to cut? Oh, okay. You didn't sleep? Oh, that's lovely that you've slept. You have had a good sleep, so that's nice. That's good. Okay. You've got some very potent energies coming to play with you this week, Tamara. That's pretty cool. That's your team stepping in, saying hello. Tamara, have you got any new card sets lately? Or was the Ancestry one the last one for you? Have you got enough for now? I wonder if I'll pick up a new card deck while I'm away. That would be interesting. Or maybe a new pendulum with a special stone from Canada. That would be really awesome. Looking forward to that. It's like when I went to New Zealand and I picked up the rose quartz. That was a special one from New Zealand. I actually was, I had it float through my feed at some point this week talking about when crystals break. They might break because, you know, they've slipped out of your hand or something like that. And generally it's because they have served their purpose, or they have generally served their purpose to an extent where they can break and no longer be useful anymore. So I used to have a rose quartz pendulum, and I used to have it in my bra, and I would make sure that the chain part of it was wrapped around, and so it wasn't moving anywhere. And it fell while I was at work 3 times, and on the 3rd time it broke. And I was like, oh, that's so that it upset me a lot. But when I reflect back on what was happening in my life at that time, it totally made sense. I do have a new deck, Aurora Rising by Katrina Smith. Oh, nice. I wonder what that one looks like. Now I'm being nosy. Just a moment. Ah. Aurora. Did you say Aurora Rising? It's a card series? Like as in a book series as well? Oh, okay. Ooh. They're very ethereal cards, aren't they? Love that. And I love that they've got the little bit of writing at the bottom too. Nice. Beautiful cards, love. Oh. Apparently, there's been a Bronze Age vessel with a swastika symbol discovered in Western Armenia. Wow, what do you know? I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. Let's see if I can. There we go. How interesting. I'm pretty sure that would be before the Nazis. But we all know that symbol is actually a form of good luck and stuff like that. So, Interesting. Interesting indeed. All right. So this week to come, you are going to be working with the Universal Dragons by Carla Morrow. Oh, cool. They are indeed. So the first one we've got for this week to come is imagination. Nope. Inspiration. I'm looking at imagination. But let's try for inspiration instead. Inspiration. Space dust swirls as a single star burns brighter than the surrounding ones. She sees this change in light and moves towards it. It speaks to her, whispering in her mind about her potential future. All she has to do is reach out and grasp the light. Inspiration is waiting for you. It might come as a small comment from someone or appear in your dreams. This source dragon is letting you know that it is time to start connecting and filling your well. Look for ideas and concepts that go along with what you wish to have in your life. That spark is out there. You just require to grasp it. She is ready to show you the way. So you got the inspiration dragon. So she is asking you to start working with her. She's obviously, she sits in the darkest spaces of the dimensions, because in the darkest spaces, that is where anything is possible. And as you can see, she's also mastering and working with the light, with those swells and the stars and all that sort of stuff going on. She's creating the swells out of her nose by the looks of it, as she moves around. So what I'm getting from this for you is that this week you're going to have a lot of ideas coming your way, and write them down. Even if you don't work with them right away, write them down. Okay, so you can also ask for extra ideas to come through to you in your sleep. Do that as well. But yes, it's going to be a very creative week for you, working on that. First card, potent, very potent. Okay, your next card, which ties in with the first one really well, and this is research. Okay. Soaring through the sky, she looks and watches for what she requires, collecting star after star that will help her to reach her ultimate goal. Sometimes we don't have the essentials at hand to get to where we wish to go, and this force energy dragon lets you know that it's time to do more research. There's some information or a piece of the puzzle that you're missing before you can complete your goal. It's time to go beyond the knowledge you currently have and collect more resources. Ask for guidance on where to start and listen to your heart. Broadening your expertise on any subject is never a bad thing. Okay, so ask more questions. Be open to whatever answers may come through to you, and do your research. So if something starts, this week is going to be a really awesome week for your ADHD going down those rabbit holes. Just make sure the rabbit holes are worthwhile going down into. Okay, so use that skill, that wonderful hyper attention, into, or hyperfixation of that researching element. I know you've got it. I know I've got it. It's like, I want to know more about that. And then next thing you know, it's like an hour has passed and I haven't done anything else but research that. This is going to be a good week for that sort of stuff, though, especially when it's coming together with the inspiration dragon. it's like those two together are going to work really, really well. Okay. F, G. And finally, if the weather plays nice, unless you love being cold, get out into nature and do some grounding. Okay. He stands atop a cliff, feeling the breeze and the warm sun on his scales, looking out over the vista of possibilities. He feels solid earth beneath his feet, always there to keep him grounded. He's with you now to let you know that no matter how far you feel yourself falling or how high you soar, it's important to return and ground yourself again. It's been too long since you have connected with the earth, and he is asking you to do so now. Turn your stress and negative thoughts over to him, the earth, and feel stable once again. Connecting with the earth ensures you can handle anything. Take the time to ground yourself, for you are never alone as long as your feet rest upon the earth. Okay. So getting out there, getting into nature, looking up at the sky, down it, and it's not like you have to do it for hours and hours and hours. I think that's the most important thing to remember there is that, and something I was reading in, or rather listening to in the Hypnotist Journey to Avalon, is they were talking about grounding and being able to ground through concrete. And whichever person that they were talking to, I can't remember if it was Merlin or maybe it was Thoth, but they were saying that, of course, you can ground through concrete. Concrete is, in essence, earth. It's just being mushed up into a slightly different form. So you don't necessarily have to have your feet on the dirt to ground. You can ground through concrete. It just feels a bit different. It's a bit like standing on a rock to ground as opposed to dirt. So, or grass or whatever. Even grass changes the vibration, doesn't it? So if you stand on raw dirt and then you stand on grass, it feels different. If you stand on rock, it feels different. So just know that if you can't get out, the only thing you can do is go down and stand on the concrete on the ground. It's better than nothing. Okay. So obviously getting out and amongst the trees will be absolutely awesome, but also grounding. So you're going to have lots of really cool ideas coming through. Write them down. Make sure you do your research. There's something that's going to be twiggling at your brain that's going to make you go, I need to learn a bit more about that. I don't know enough. And what I'm sensing is that it's actually going to create some really interesting business ideas for you. Okay. So that you can then offer something new. Maybe it's a course that you can start working on, or an offering of some kind. That's exciting. And it will be based around whatever it is that you're going to be researching this week. That one. And keep coming back to gratitude, please. Gratitude is really, really super awesome. Being grateful for things can make the stuff that's hard a little bit easier. And sometimes we have to change the dynamic of our approach with something. And sometimes it's as easy as gratitude to make that happen. So that was a fabulous reading. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you so much for trusting me with your lovely reading for the week to come. I'm so super grateful for it. And you got some really potent energies with those 3 dragons coming through for you this week to come. So work with that dragon energy. I wonder what else might pop up for you if you ask them to flow around you. So you've got the inspiration, the research, and the grounding to focus on for this week. And let me just so yeah. Sometimes they have their names, sometimes they don't. But yeah, so there we go. Dragon energy for you this week. Yay, doo-da, doo-da. Isn't that so cool? Dragon energy is awesome. That's why I have the cards. Because I knew that they had to come in. Oh, there's one more card. Your team has just stepped in. And they're like, no. There's one more thing that we want to tell her. All right. What is it? Where is it? Rather? Oh, okay. Okay, hang on. Oh, this is not an easy deck to get out. Okie dokie. I'm listening. It's all right. I got you. I got your back. It's okay. Don't worry. They were just like, hang on. As they're trying to get out, like, I'm energetically going, okay, thank you, goodbye. They're like, no, we got one more. Sorry. There's something interesting at the front of this one. So first, this card is on page 30. Find it. All right. All right. I'll just jump back up here. Here we go. There's the other card that they wished for you to know. It's a new earth. This is from the Starseed Oracle. This one here. It's a lovely card set. Very in line with your new ones, actually, isn't it? A new earth, which is, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. Don't give up now. You're closer than you think. I know it's hard to hold the frequency of a new age when it feels as if so much is crumbling and so many are losing faith. This is your sign that you are facing the right direction. You have a great gift in being able to see the potential of things before they exist. Tend to the new seeds, dream them into existence. Don't lose faith now. Keep your focus fixed. Planting new seeds and bringing about a shift of the ages is no mean feat. It requires extreme trust and radical vision. Pulling this card is a reminder to have faith. You chose to be here, to be a part of this global shift, whether you're bringing it about through prayer or meditation, or through working on a new job, project, or creation. Keep going. It's happening. Don't give up now. The world requires more dreamers like you, more people with hope in their hearts. The road ahead may not be plain sailing. Ushering in a new age in times of change never is. You're being encouraged to remember that you've been working toward it for so long. It's almost here. Don't question yourself now. Don't waver. Dig your devotion deep, for if you do, in the not too distant future, you'll be able to sit back and watch all that you've so carefully planted and nurtured grow and bloom. It's possible. Keep focusing on your dreams. You're closer than you think. Your Starseed Soul Inquiry is, how can you keep holding the vision? I don't think there's anything more. Nope, that's it. All right, so That was a very, very like positive. Please don't give up. Don't get all disheartened or anything. Like, you've got this. You've got this. So for those of you who haven't seen this one, so card decks come in all sorts of different forms, but generally you might see something like, so there we go, Tamara. Thank you, darling. Appreciate you so much. So normally you'd have a card deck that sits in a box like that. It's got its book, it's got its cards, whoops, in there, that sort of thing. Then you might get some of them that the box changes somewhat. Ina Segal likes to do things a little bit different. She does things like this, which is pretty cool. But this card box, and the reason why it's hard for me and my setup is because I have them not set up necessarily like this. I have them, so I'm reaching down, top down. This card box, I'll put it back together first, is like this. And then it opens up this way, which is really cute. And then it's got its little book, and that sits in there as well. But yeah, that's how the cards come. But of course, when I go to reach for it in the box, the lid comes off. And then I'm just left with the cards and the book sitting in there. And it's a bit of a pain to get out. But there we go. So that's a fun one for you. We don't often pull that one out. It's got a lot of really super buzzy energy on it, but it's always interesting when it does. So there you go, Tamara. Super fun. Super fun. What a cool message for you. Love that. Love that very much. Oh dear. Hi, Matt. Sitting on the train, popping in and out. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. I have peppermint and spearmint and lemon in my tea tonight, just because I can. I like the coolness of the peppermint and spear, all the mints really. I love them all. But as you guys know, I'm just slowly trying to work through some of my bagged stuff so that I can get rid of the bags and I can go to loose leaf. I'm still trying to find containers that will work for my tea caddy. That would be good if I can find those. I may even have to speak kindly to somebody who does 3D printing or something like that, and I might have to go that way, but we'll see. I'm sure something will pop up eventually. All righty, so we've got Christine as the next one, please. And just to make sure that you're floating around, Christine, I did save okay. Ooh, okay. Just move that out of the way. So we've got one of my tiger's eye pendulums here. So truth, show me a yes. Truth, show me a no. Beautiful. Come back to neutral, please. Okay, thank you. So, truth, is CS happy to know that BH informed him that what Christine said is accurate when he transitioned from lawyer to judge? That's a yes. So, what my brother did is not good. Truth. Without knowing the details of any of this, like, I don't know what's going on here. And honestly, when it comes to legal stuff, my brain goes, it disappears on me. I got to do some work around that, I think. I've done work around lots of other things, but not when it comes to the government or lawyers or any of that legal beagle speak. Like, I just get overwhelmed and just like, nah, can you help me? So I admire anybody who's got the brains to be able to work with those sorts of things. Accountants, for example. Yeah, that doesn't work for me either. Okay. So what is your other question, my dear? So BH is not representing my brother anymore. Okay. Fair enough. What is the other part of your question, my dear? Okay. So, truth, is CS aware that Christine was telling the truth? Okay. Truth, is BH aware that Christine was telling the truth? BH is a yes, a very definite yes. CH is kind of like it's fuzzy. It's fuzzy, misty, like just not sure. They're not sure about whether you're telling the truth or not. So that might be part of the confusion from their part, is that maybe they can't believe it. Maybe they're sitting there going, she's telling tall tales because for whatever reason, whatever personal gain type stuff. So yeah, perhaps that's just to give you a bit more clarity. Okay. Okay. I hope that helps, Christine. It's an awful lot to try and work through. And I know that what you're going through is complex, even if I don't understand it all. So I appreciate that you're still looking for clarity and are still hoping for the best outcome. Okay. So yeah, according to what I could see, at the end of the day, you have to trust your own intuition and what you know for true. Some people, dare I say it, people will project. And if the CS person is saying that they're not sure or they're iffy on whether they believe what you've said. That could be more to do with their own thoughts, feelings, belief systems about themselves that they're then projecting onto you anyway. So it's up to the individual, and you can't change somebody's free will. Okay, so cool. So yeah, CS is like, it wasn't a no, it wasn't a yes, it was more like I'm not sure. Okay, they're kind of sitting on the fence a little bit. All right. So you're okay though. You're doing well, and just keep looking after yourself, keep practicing the things that we've talked about, and you'll be all good. You'll be all good. Okay. Keep fighting the good fight. Thank you so much for your donation, Christine. Super, super grateful for you. And I hope that you have a fabulous weekend to come. Okay. Mwah. Okie dokie. I heard another little bling. Remember, if you use the word need, you're getting exactly what you're asking for. To need and want means to lack. So when you say you need grounding and protection, you are essentially asking for the universe to have less grounding and less protection. Okay, so change those words out for desire and require and wish. Okay, desire and require are the top two. You'll see if any of you have these card sets, and if you were to follow as I'm reading the book, you'll notice that I use words like desire and require over words like need and want. Okay, there's a specific reason for that, because I desire and require for you all to get the most out of my readings and not to be added to the energy of lack in your world. So I don't use that word in this as much as possible. Every now and then I might stuff up, I might accidentally use it, but in general I will not. And in my everyday life, I have worked very hard to pull those two words out of my vocabulary. Okay. Okay, so let us jump up to Marit, who has asked a question for my pendulum. Ooh, okay. All right. Let us see if we can work with this today, because in the past, my wooden pendulum has not always been as easy to work with. So I've put a nice long chain on it, which should hopefully give it a little bit more oomph. Because, of course, wood is quite different from crystals. So it's too hard to have my hand up that high. Okay. So truth, show me a yes. Truth, show me a no. God, it's so subtle. It is so subtle. Okay. Truth, show me a yes. Truth, show me a no. There we go. Like I said, it's so subtle compared to the crystals. So truth. Has Marit's daughter's mental well-being increased? That is a very good, strong yes. Oops, my arm is getting tired. Okay, so truth, is she on track in a beautiful, healthy way? Yes. Yeah, she is. She's doing well. Beautiful. That is so cool. That is so cool. Honestly, I have been hesitant to use this one. I knew it was for a reason. When I first got it, it was on a string, but the string was only this long, and it just, because the pendulum is so long as well, I think that's a part of it. But just to give you an idea, it's just that little bit bigger, but it's the material, and it's beautiful. I love wood, but I don't know that our teams are so used to working with wood as a pendulum. So it's nice. It's nice to have it now working. I did have to put on a very long chain though. So there we go. She is doing really, really well, and thank you for allowing me to bring out the wooden pendulum. I can't remember what it is. I have a funny feeling it might be cherry wood or something like that. So yeah, she's doing well. She's doing well. There is a card that wishes to come out for you specifically. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, as her mum, you'll already be feeling it. Much the same as if you do work on yourself, she will feel it. Maybe not consciously, but she will. Because you're all connected, especially as her mum to daughter. There's a thread that runs through from you both that, you know, that's not going to change in this lifetime. Even if they delete you, block you, don't talk to you for many, many years, there's still an energetic connection because you literally birthed her. You grew her and birthed her in your body. So yeah, you'll see it. You'll feel it, if nothing else. If my wooden pendulum can feel it, you can feel it. That one. Okay, so we've got The Secret Language of Light by Denise Javet. These cards are even more rare. This is the rare show, apparently. So let us have a look and see what it is. The rare show. Ooh, lots to have a talk about. Okay. So this is for you. And maybe it's because you asked just that other little question there, okay? So it's a bit hard to see this card. But there we go. Insight. Number 13. Refine your psychic senses. You are or are about to see further, higher, and deeper through space and time. Your psychic skills are expanding and seeing through the lens of your soul. Hone your abilities by reading about or doing a workshop on intuitive development. We are all psychic. It is part of who we are. But we have thrust this ability into the background in favor of other senses. Problems occur when we keep looking at the manifested world for proof of our worth. You are worthy because you are here. There is nothing to prove. You could become an intuitive reader if this is something you desire. It could also mean that you are learning to trust what you feel, and the next steps to take will drop into your mind in the following days. Okay. So There is a meditation to do. Inspired reflections and actions. So the inspired reflections and actions, join a local meditation group or a psychic circle. You will learn how to trust your insights and wisdom you receive. When your phone rings, before you look at the caller, bring a name into your mind and see if they match. Before meditating, place a clear quartz crystal in the middle of your forehead for 2 minutes and ask for clarity about a subject. For journal work, start a symbol diary in your journal. Write down any signs you may receive with a quick explanation of what it means to you. There are universal symbols like Om or Ankh that mean similar things around the world, but most symbols will be personal to you. For instance, if I see a snake, I know I'm about to shed an old belief. I have no fear of snakes and see it as a positive sign that I am creating a path for my heart. For someone who is fearful of snakes, it might be a symbol of old fears that are still active in them. Okay? So what I love is, we just might do the use the meditation here to strengthen your mystical vision as an inspiration for our healing tonight. So stick around. I'm going to put the card in that book, and we'll have a look at that one a bit later. But what I'm really getting for you is that there's this level of trust in your own intuition and just feeling in, tapping in, and tapping into the well-being of your daughter without being intrusive. Okay. So like, for example, I have a sibling who hasn't spoken to me in many, many years. And if I just close my eyes, expanding out, and you can do this too. So close your eyes and expand out your awareness out beyond the galaxies, out beyond the universes, out beyond wherever you've been before. You all can do this with me if you like. Expanding out your allowance beyond that. Beautiful. And now, gently and not invasively, just lightly tune in on your loved one or the person that you're wishing to check up on. So if I check in with my brother, who I haven't spoken to in many years. So truth. Is he okay? Is he doing all right? Always put a truth on the front of that so that your own ego can't get into the mix. Yes. He is. He's doing well. Truth, is my brother happy in his life? Yes, there's some irritations around the edges, but overall he's pretty happy. He's happy with what he's created. Truth, has he received my letter yet? No, not yet. It's still coming. Cool. So there we go. And that's how you can check on them. And that way there's no, it's not invasive. It's just a gentle check-in, and you're like, okay, cool. And the funny thing is that as a mum, that's actually something you do naturally anyway. You do it with your kids, whether you think about it or not. It's how mums have that sixth sense about, if something's happened to their kids. It's like they just kind of know before anybody rings them. And that's why. Because psychically, we're all linked. We are. It's awesome. Oh, cool. All right. So, thank you so much, Marit, for that. Thank you for the quick question. Appreciate you very much. Hope you're fine. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. I'm not entirely sure what was happening, except for the fact that I could hear some motorbikes just over there. So I don't know if their joyful energy was just a bit too much for my Starlink. I don't know. Also, I ain't going to talk about my brother anymore. That's something that has to work out in the wash. So, thank you for persevering through that little wobble. We will do a little bit of poetry work now. So, if you have, this is all the free stuff. This is when then the free bits and pieces come in. All right. So, I would like for any of you who currently have a question on your heart that you would like to get an intuitive answer about, please put that question into the chat now. So I did see somebody a little bit further up that, here we go, Flower Beauty Peacock Rainbow was asking if she could post a question, please. So I'm giving you the option now to post a question. Now, you can have it as being something a little bit more specific. You can have it be something a little bit more open. But please, even if you've had a reading tonight already, put your question down there. I'm going to write down a question for myself. Cool. Because I like playing as well. It's always fun. And we'll wait for a little teeny tiny bit, because I know it takes a little bit of time for things to come through. My friend sent me this really awesome picture. He's out camping, and let's see if I can show you guys. Let me get the angle. It's going to go blown out. Okay, let me dull that down a little bit so that we can, maybe that will help. Okay, let me see if I can show you now. There we go, it's a little bit better. Yeah, that's a night shot. They've got their tent up and they're out camping. It's really cool. I can't really show you very well, I'm sorry, but that's really awesome. Gotta love a good nighttime shot. All right. Nobody has any questions? No more questions? Or you all just like to be lurking in the background, thinking that I can't see that you're there? That's fair. Yeah, you do what you do. That's all right. All right. Well, in that case, if you have no specific questions, we will move on to doing the poetry section without specific questions for you. And we'll see what comes up. All right, so be prepared to put your answer in the chat, but only after we've done the expanding out tool. All right. Okay, so closing your eyes now, take a big deep breath in. And a big deep breath out. As you breathe in, bring Mother Earth energy all the way up through your body. As you breathe out, bring Father Sky energy all the way down. Bring Mother Earth and the unconditional love all the way up. Bring Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. Expanding out your awareness from your body in a big bubble all around you. Expanding out your awareness out beyond the building or the place that you're in. Out beyond the country that you're on. Out beyond the planet. Expanding out your awareness out beyond the solar system. Out beyond the galaxies. Out beyond the universes. Beautiful. Take a big deep breath in. And out. Focusing on your body once more. Grab your sense of allowance and expand that out in a big bubble all around you. And even if you've never done this before, just follow along. Your higher self knows exactly what we're doing. Expanding out your sense of allowance beyond your body in a big bubble all around you. Expanding out your sense of allowance beyond the country, beyond the planet, beyond the solar system, beyond the galaxies, beyond the universes, and now beyond your awareness. Taking a big deep breath in again. Okay. So in relation to your question, truth, what number between and including 1 and 88 will contribute the most to that question for all this week coming for you? Now write that down in the chat, please. Thank you, Melinda. Mine was flipping between two different numbers, so I'm curious to know what the other one was. Interesting. Okay. Cool. And you got 42, my love. Okay. Given that it's July, this is kind of funny. Christmas poem is what you got. Bright and beautiful is the season. The warm weather is here. In New Zealand, we find our togs. In England, they find their jackets. The sun is shining, the tree is decorated, and the children are wondering what Santa will bring this year. So, where are you not acknowledging the gift that you truly be? Where are you choosing to see things as a issue or a problem rather than a gift? What if those inconveniences and things like that are actually a gift in your world? Perhaps they're teaching you to, or showing you ways that you can have more patience, to think more laterally, to be more creative, to bring your own magic through. And sometimes we'll only do all of those things if we're uncomfortable. Think about all this progress that you have made over the last few years around narcissism and gaslighting and stuff like that, that level of control and manipulation. But at the end of the day, it's actually a huge gift to you that you've ended up having to deal with all of that stuff because of your familial things. And now you're in a far better position for when you do decide to go, seek another partner or anything like that. You're very much more highly aware and wiser in relation to the control and manipulation techniques that people can choose to do. So how wonderful is that? What an absolute bloody gift. So what I'm getting for you is, in your next round of journaling, anybody who has in your world wronged you, maybe the top 3 people. Hopefully you haven't got 3, but I can think of 2 off the top of my head. And write those people down, and then write next to them the gift that they have given you through their behaviors, actions, beliefs, or whatever it is, where you felt that they had harmed you. So it's a bit of a tweak on reframing it, right? So that you can shift out of your heart and your space from the heaviness of grudges and the sadness, the grief, the distractor implants, right? You can shift out of that into gratitude. Look, where are the silver linings here? Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you. Not quite where I thought we were going to go with that one, but there we go. How cool is that? 18 for Matt. Thank you so much, Melinda, for coming to play. 18. Okay. So you got reaching out. says, help me in this time in my life. Help me to get through these days smoothly. Help me to see the bright side. Help me to achieve what I wish in life. Help me to move on to the next stage, to make the most of the only life that I've got. Help me to be happy, but most of all, help me by being there in thought, feeling, or just as a presence. So please help me. So you're welcome, Melinda. I'm going to read. So that top part, the poem itself, is very much around what we were just talking about tapping in and just doing a light check on your daughter. It's all you have to do. If she feels your love, if she just feels the love, the unconditional love, I'm not talking about love and light, all right? That's completely different. What I'm talking about is that beautiful, unfiltered, uncontaminated, unconditional love that comes through from Mother Earth, through you, from Father Sky, through you, right? That's why we do the expanding out the way we do it. You can gift that to your daughter through your heart. So you can tap in with her and then sprinkle love over her, okay? So I'll read this piece underneath because I think it's quite important for you to comprehend this part. At last, I chose to ask for contribution, calling out to the world of the spirit, the world of the earth and of nature, to lay my swords down, to become vulnerable to the entities who didn't judge or hurt. A call to the entities of the earth, although it wouldn't be until about 20 years later that I would comprehend that's actually who I was asking for. And blessed be, that's who answered. In the forms of magical rainbows where there should be none, of twittering birds flying close by to grab my attention, of windy days to make me laugh at umbrellas being blown inside out. Okay, so when this poem was written, I was in the deepest, darkest depths of my depression of that time. My mental health had gone to shit. I was heavily, and I can see it from several different points of views now. I was highly homesick. But what had truly happened was I grew up in a family where I had a heavy narcissistic gaslighting and guilt tripping, with me being the scapegoat family structure. I moved away to go to university, and that was all taken away. And I didn't know how to function in that space. And I struggled really, really bad. I was trying to make friends, and I didn't really know how to make new friends. Because the people that I'd been with through high school, like we met at the beginning of high school and we basically spent the next 5 years together. So going away to university was very hard for me. And as you can probably gather, I was at the lowest of the low at this point. I was very much contemplating unsubscribing from life, as they say. Now, this is to give you some comprehension of where your daughter has come from. And as we've already discovered, she's doing really well. It doesn't mean she doesn't still require her mum to some degree. But you can do that from a distance. And you can send her unconditional love. You can tap in with her as we did before. You can just give her some unconditional love around her, Bring it up from Mother Earth and Father Sky, so that you're making sure that it's nice and clean and pure, and then bring it up through your heart and over her. Okay, give her that lovely warm mum hug that she still desires. For sure. All right, Mara. I hope that helps. I hope it gives you some comfort. It's part of, like, even the unsubscribing from life, the depths of depression stuff that I was going through. I didn't talk about it really with anybody at that time. So when I was reaching out, as that poem suggests, I'd actually managed to crack through just enough. Just enough. Oh, excuse me. Oh, coughing makes my tummy muscles hurt. Who knew? I actually worked them last night in my yoga. I did something right. All right. So, Neva, are you still floating around, love? Because if you are, I'll give you a really easy she may have been in the past, but she's good now. She's good now. Okay. She's doing well from what I could see of the pendulum and stuff. As in, it moved very easily and quickly. So it's not like she's vaguely okay. No, she's doing really well, but she has spent some time feeling very not okay. But that's why you're asking, because you're aware, you see? That's the beauty of what you know already. I think Neva decided to disappear because I didn't answer her straight away. See, that's okay, psychology for you. Now, I was clearly busy with you guys, doing your poetry, tuning in with you. That person, she popped up. She's like asking a question. But then, because I didn't answer her quickly enough for her, she's gone, oh, fine. She's not going to talk to me. Now, in relation to that question, it's pretty obvious that maybe she's trying to rush too much. Getting all of a little bit up in the head because she's thinking that he's not answering her or whatever. Meanwhile, he might just be busy. He might be doing something else and hasn't had a chance to look at his phone or whatever. And then again, he might just not be interested. But I can tell you through recent experiences that if a guy is interested in you, even if they're busy, they will answer your message very quickly, and then you go, okay, cool, see ya, I'll catch you later, even as a friend. If they're interested, they will answer. If not, they won't. They don't see you as important. Oh dear. Interesting times in the world. My tea bag flopped. It flopped up my face. All right. So, with that in mind, shall we move into the meditation? That's nice. That's a nice idea. We're all nice and expanded out now. So, soul mystery class is in session. Now, obviously, you guys can't hold this card, so I'll just quickly describe it. There's a beautiful being sitting in the lotus position, and all of the chakra centers are glowing super, super brightly. And there is a red, blue, dark blue, or maybe even purple blue fire glowing at the base chakra area. And there's also some lovely esoteric symbols coming up through the body. Lots of little stars. And the card itself has lots of blues and purples and bright white light. Blue, purple, reddy type ethereal colors. Okay. So let us go up to Theta because we just love working in Theta. I'll see you tomorrow, Melinda. Okay. Closing your eyes now. Big deep breath in. Big breath out. Imagine that there is a bright white opalescent light shining into your heart, going down your body, down your legs, down to the center of Mother Earth, curling around the center of Mother Earth, going all the way back up again. All the way up through your body and creating a big bubble above your head. Imagine that you're inside that bubble now and you're floating up higher and higher through the golden light, through the rainbow jelly light clouds, through the pink misty clouds, through the big, big opening of the seventh plane. Move through it until you're completely surrounded by the bright white opalescent light. It might feel like you're standing underneath the sun, and the sun's warm rays of unconditional love are shining down all over you. Taking a big deep breath in. And as you breathe out, the bubble around you dissolves. Taking another big deep breath in. Bringing that unconditional love all the way through your body. As you breathe out, you relax. Your shoulders relax. Your neck relaxes. Your throat relaxes. Your forehead relaxes. Your ears, your skull. As you continue to breathe slowly and deeply, your arms relax. Your hands relax. Your back relaxes. Your chest relaxes. Your heart relaxes. Your belly relaxes. Your lower back relaxes. Your pelvis relaxes. Your legs relax. Your knees relax. Your ankles relax. Your feet relax and your toes relax. Everything is now flowing freely and easily with the bright white opalescent light of unconditional love from Source. Keeping your breathing nice and slow. Feel into your inner world. Perhaps your heart, your belly, or the very center of yourself. Here is a point of light that represents the qualities of your soul. Focus on this point of light and imagine it growing larger and larger in your inner world. Now direct your light to your third eye. Your third eye sits between your eyebrows and is known as the sixth chakra. It sees what your physical eyes can't. Your physical eyes measure manifested reality, while your mystical eye observes inner vibrations and outer reality without judgment. As you direct your light to your third eye, imagine that you have curtains over your inner eye that you can open and close at will. Now see the curtains open and allow the light that you are directing to flow into your third eye. Follow the light as it moves through the gateway of your inner knowing. Allow yourself to move deeper into your wisdom. Become peaceful and quiet. From this stillness, be open to the layers of wisdom that flow from your soul. And the image that I was telling you about. We will stay here so that you can commune with your inner world, your inner knowledge, through your third eye. In this space, you can ask anything and receive the answers that you require. You may not always like the answers, but they will come. Whatever is for your highest and best. Okay. Keep breathing. Now focus on your physical body and breathe your soul wisdom into your life. Feel that energy, feel the wisdom moving through your brain, adjusting the neural pathways, You might feel and see belief systems or points of views leaving your system now. Let them go. See the wisdom moving through your body, through your neck and your throat, all the way down through your shoulders to your arms and your fingertips, so that what you continue to reach for in life, whether it be physically or metaphorically, is for your highest and best and in alignment with your soul purpose and your soul wisdom. See it moving down your heart space, your soul wisdom opening up your heart so that you can be that space of vulnerability and see and feel when somebody is not respecting that. So you can take action rather than just letting it lie. Moving down that soul wisdom, moving it all the way down through your belly. And as it moves through your belly, you will release any energy that is no longer serving you anymore. Any energies that you've been using as protection around your belly, around your emotions, that's all releasing now. Beautiful. Your soul wisdom moves down through the rest of your spine. And with that, any blocks that are preventing the beautiful Christos oil from moving from your tailbone up to your pituitary gland and then down again. Any blocks are being released now. Your soul wisdom continues to move down through your pelvis, your hips, your butt, your reproductive organs, down through your legs, so with the soul wisdom moving through the pelvis in that way, if you are near anybody who would not protect you in your most vulnerable moments, you will feel it. You will know it. And this part of your body will absolutely show you. Take notice. As your soul wisdom continues to move down through your legs, remembering that the left side of you is your feminine side, your right side is your masculine side. We all have feminine and masculine. The soul wisdom is allowing you now to have a bit more balance with those two, so that as you take your next steps into the world and in through your life, you'll have more clear clarity as to what serves you and what does not. As you reach for food at the supermarket, your body will be telling you to stay away from things, to move towards other things. It may take you to places where you hadn't considered before. You may find yourself, if you're somebody who reaches for the Bicky aisle all the time, you might find yourself suddenly walking out of the supermarket without even seeing the biscuit aisle at all. Your soul's wisdom knows what is good for you to eat or not eat. And it won't be the latest fad diet. It'll be what works for your body if you're willing to listen. The soul wisdom moves down through your ankles, through your feet, to your toes. And as it moves through your feet, all those reflexology points are firing up and clearing away any blocks that they perceive as within your body, throughout any of your internal systems. Whether it be your lymphatic, your endocrine, cardiac system, whatever it might be. Beautiful. Have a big deep breath in now. And out. And now those curtains that are over your third eye, close them now. Remembering you can open your third eye whenever you wish. You don't have to be up here in the seventh plane to do it. You can do it at any time. Moving down through the big opening, through the seventh plane, through the pink misty clouds, through the rainbow jelly light clouds, through the golden clouds, the golden light, back through to your reality where you are now, listening to this in real time. Now imagine that you are standing underneath a big, beautiful crystalline waterfall. And as that big, beautiful crystalline waterfall flows over and through your body, everything that you have just shifted and changed, cleansed and cleared, and integrated into your system. This beautiful earthly plane. And now stepping out onto the big, warm river rock. The river rock which was created by Mother Earth and warmed by Father Sky. And you feel that rock underneath your feet. Taking a big, deep breath in. And breathing out. Breathing in, bring Mother Earth energy all the way up. Breathing out, bringing Father Sky energy all the way down. Bring Mother Earth and the unconditional love all the way up. Bring Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. Beautiful. When you're ready, open your eyes. Please have some water with a bit of salt in them. Whenever we do energetic work, it's important to support your body through the change. With water and salt, body uses a lot of that when we do energetic work, healings, meditations, doesn't matter. I hope you got some beautiful information from your soul wisdom with that. Just remember, you have the ability to open your third eye if you require more information, if you require to figure out what's going on that you're not seeing with your normal eyes, your physical eyes, you can do that. You can do that in the shower. The shower is a really good time to do that sort of work because you're close to the water. So until I see you next time, get out there, do something tasty for yourself, and be bold, be brave, and be you, my beautiful friends. And I'll see you really soon. Bye-bye for now.